Hey Gemini, it's Amanda here with your Teen Rune Scope. I've shuffled the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. That is the deck I'm going to be using with the runes. But let's jump in and see. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. After this video, as always, be sure to join me for part 2 over on Vimeo. The link is below. I will be pulling one card from the Astrological Oracle. This deck is by Linnea Weatherstone and Antonella Castelli. And I use this in private readings, and it's very, very cool about getting specific dates based on what the planets are doing. So whatever comes up here in your reading, be sure to check that out because we'll be able to narrow down, well, these are the dates you should maybe stay in bed. Or this is the astrological sign of this person that was popping up in your reading, and they've been really helpful. I'm almost done here recording, so very significant stuff coming up in the spiritual guidance. So definitely check that out. It's part 2 of the reading. You don't have the complete reading without it. But let's jump in with the runes. Gemini is keen. What's going on? As always, Gemini, keep in mind these are general readings for thousands of people born under the sign of Gemini. So not all of these messages are going to be for you. Some are going to be for them. You can check out the video for your rising sign as well. Sometimes that will actually be more accurate than your sun sign because your rising sign is far more specific to your astrological chart. But the only way I can give a reading to just you is if I connect with your specific energy in a private session. I do those on Skype. They are $. Drop me a line at runescopesforyou@gmail.com if you would like to set up an appointment. Okay, what is up? Challenge or focus. We got the 5 of Swords. So somebody's in a war with somebody here. For some people, it could be a divorce. We've got Esau here. Now, this doesn't have to be you, Gemini. It could be somebody close to you or it's affecting you. Could also be a severance of ties. Somebody wanting to leave a job or maybe leaving not on the best of terms because there's no other. 5 of Swords kind of mean there's no other decision to make, right? There's no other choice that can be made. I gotta leave here. I gotta get out of here. So it could be you making that decision, or it could be affecting you because maybe somebody is making that decision and it leaves you, if you're a boss or a manager, with no one in that position and you have to do their work on top of your own or something of that nature. Whatever, it's the challenge. It could also be someone else kind of like laying down a challenge or kind of throwing down the gauntlet here, trying to start a war, trying to, like, this is how it's going to be, and you having to decide, well, am I going to engage in this? Am I going to fight this battle? Am I going to do this? And is it worth it? That's with any war, even one of words, one of, a war of wits, whatever it is, the biggest question is always going to be, is it going to be worth it in the end? Is it going to be worth what the sacrifices? Is it going to be worth the people that are hurt by it? Or is it going to be worth the energy? And Esau is here saying that this could involve, estrangement, a divorce, leaving a marriage, leaving a job, leaving a situation, but in a way where it's like they know you're not happy. Okay, you or someone else is not happy with the way things and if it is kind of like, just to give an example of a job situation or a relationship, like maybe this has been like, this needs to change or this needs to stop. Esau is a card of this needs to freeze and cease happening, or I'm out of here. So if that ultimatum has been given before, or you've complained about certain working circumstances or the way things have been handled in the past and nothing has been done, you just feel like, this hasn't changed, so I'm out of here. This could also have some things to do with some secrets being revealed in some cases. With Pedro here, it's like the hidden knowledge, hidden things coming out. But yeah, Gemini, another way this can kind of work for some of you is like you found out some secrets or hidden knowledge about somebody and you used it to get rid of them, right, at work, and that because they, were no good. And you were challenging that even also that you find out information about someone. You have to decide, am I going to use it? Is it worth it to get rid of this person? Because, should I tell somebody? Is it, would it come back on me? How would it affect me? But some of you be like, you have your eye on their job, and so you're trying to figure out, like, how do I, is it worth it for me to kind of get rid of them? So, is that ethical? What would be the karmic payback for that? Because if you're a spiritual person, that should always be a big question. And a lot of people are like, I don't care. Are you that kind of person? Again, will it be worth it? Some of you are the challenges leaving this job and going into the unknown. The new job, it's like, yeah, I'm taking this new job. I'll have this new opportunity and I can, leave this. But it's like, is that going to be just as bad or, worse than the place I just got out of? Unfortunately, we can't always know, can we? But in the present energy, so this would be, for some of you, when you're watching this video or going into early, we do have the Tower card. So the Tower card is unexpected shakeups, unexpected events, kind of shaking the house, shaking our workplace, shaking up the family. But Othilla's in the upright here. So for some of you, this could have been a storm or some kind of accident or disaster, or something, but it's like something that affected your home. And it could have been something that happened last year. I mean, I know we had all those hurricanes and fires and just all these horrible things that people lost their homes, they lost all their belongings. This could just be finally you getting the payout for that. Maybe you're like, you know what? That is not good enough. You need to come back with a real offer. And maybe they're trying to lowball you, the insurance or whoever owes you what for this, right? And they're trying to get out of paying something. And you're like, oh no, I'm not having it. We are not going to accept that for everything that we lost. And then you're finally like getting the payout, right? Or you finally come to an agreement because Phil is in the upright. So that usually means like this could be an unexpected good thing or out of nowhere, the check just shows up, right? But yeah, this can be unexpected events around the family, unexpected divorces, unexpected wars within the family, unexpected breakups and things. But within the family, so Gemini, for some of you, it's not going to be you. If it is you, I mean, it looks like you are finalizing divorce because you're figuring out who's getting the property, what the custody is going to be, child support, how we're dividing the property. Again, there could be some shakeups around the home, around family, and around relationships within the family. The help that's going to be available for you, Gemini, is the Six of Wands, though. So that is a victory. There is a victory for you, a victory coming that you have pushed very hard for. So this is something that you have wanted to happen for a long time. That's why I feel like for many of you, this, whatever this is, this shake-up, be distant or maybe disconnected from you. It could be somebody else, or this was like you couldn't wait to get out of this situation, right? So you're leaving. There's a parade. There is a celebration. That's what the Six of Wands is. It's a victory parade, right? So through force of will and through exerting power in some way, or using knowledge that you had, Gemini. So you could be getting rid of somebody at work who was a real troublemaker or a thief or a liar, and now you're just like so happy that they are gone. You even be getting promoted, Gemini, to their job. So, man, that's pretty cool. But yeah, just watch out for storms and things around the home. I mean, if there is like warnings for tornadoes and things like that. So, I mean, we get a lot of those here. I'm in the Midwest. We get a ton of those. So, and they happen so often. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm not going to take it seriously. Take them seriously. And well, Gemini, because it does seem like, there could be some damage or there could be an actual touchdown near you and you need to be in a safe place. Definitely go where you need to go to be safe. And but yeah, if there is any damage through storms and things like that, you'll be able to be compensated for it, and you just have to fight for it. But you'll get victory in the end here. What must be accepted about the month? We've got the Page of Wands in reverse. So this could be a fire sign energy. Aries, Sag, or Leo could be one of your children, actually. No matter how old they are, pages are normally, I would say, over under. But no matter how old your children are, you'll always see them as your little children. So this could be them going through this divorce, or they could be the one causing the upset, the surprises around the home or family, because this energy, particularly in the reverse, is someone acting out to get attention or making impulsive decisions, or up and quitting a job, up and leaving a marriage, up and moving out of the house. But I mean, that you'd be fine with that. I mean, maybe be like, good, I've been telling you to get out for years. It's about time you got your own place, or, you know. So, I mean, I feel like this person is who's connected to the upsets, like they'd be trying to cause it, or this would be somebody who's trying to engage you in a battle, draw you into their negativity, or start a fight with you, or start a war with you. And, you know, it'd be a challenge for some of you to not engage and keep quiet, but if you can do that, it like all comes back on them and you come out the victor. So just keep that in mind, Gemini. Yes, I know it can be difficult for air signs to bite their tongue. I know. But this person, there's no point in even wasting the energy engaging with this energy. And this does not have to be one of your kids. I'm just saying that for some of you, it could be. But it could be something connected to one of your kids, or it could be an in-law, or another relative who is going through this. And it could be like, yeah, somebody trying to interfere or start fights within the family, wreak havoc within the family. And the advice here is to just not engage, because there's a lot of astrological kind of crazy weather going on and all. And, you know, that would not help the circumstances. Mercury is retrograde until the 15th of April. So, you know, arguments, misunderstandings, miscommunications, you know, things being said that you can't take back. It's all kind of par for the course. Also, unexpected weather, you know, electrical storms, anything to do with the unexpected, delays due to weather, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, Mercury can kick all of that up when it goes retrograde. So yeah, just let this person kind of stew in their own. They're really going to be trying hard, though, to get you to, it's like they're trying to evoke a response, you know? Trying to maybe poke you or get you upset enough to do something that they can point out and get you in trouble for at work, or catch you up in something, or so they can say to someone else, look, see, this is how Gemini is. Look how mean they are to me, or something. When really they were the one being the irritant in this situation. They were the one acting out or misbehaving in this situation. If this is an adult, this is someone who is very immature. I mean, this is the emotional age of about 12 at most. And even then, it's somebody who is trying to get attention. They are, doing bad things to get you to pay attention to them. The outcome of, we've got 7 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, there's something that someone has said or done earlier or in the past that they cannot take back. It cannot be undone. If you kind of cave in and engage with this person, Gemini, that could end up being you. It could be something like, oh man, I really shouldn't have said that. And here things were going so well. I was about to get a reward. I was about to have a big victory. And then I said this and it ruined everything. But also it could be someone else's energy. Like, there's no defense for this behavior. There's no, and again, I feel like this is probably maybe going hand in hand with this energy here. There's no excuse for that kind of behavior. There's no way you can talk your way out of it. Um, Now, no matter who this is, it can be fixed, but it's going to take some time. Everybody's going to need some time to take a break, which is kind of, again, the cessation, the freezing on all activities or conversations is going to be necessary at some point. But, when this card is in reverse, it really is just somebody went low. They did not take the higher ground. They did not stand up for what was right. They did not defend themselves or someone else, or they went on the attack, but they were in the wrong. They attacked the wrong person, and there's no way they can kind of get out of what they've done. It's done. It is what it is. They said what they said. They did what they did. And even though they'd be kind of pointing out or trying to deflect and put attention on you or on someone else, it's not going to work. You're still going to get the outcome that you want. They confuse the issue for a little bit, but they're not going to be able to do it long term, Gemini. So, yeah, I mean, I don't ever like seeing the Tower in a reading, but for you, I really do feel like for most of you, this is either weather related and something to do directly with your home, or an unexpected problem at the home, something unexpected, but it seems to be that you get money to fix it. So it's either covered by insurance or, this is a pretty good payout. So you could, you could have some money left over here. Now, some of you be retiring unexpectedly. Like if something happens on the job and you're just like, I quit, maybe you're suing them for wrongful termination, or maybe you're going to do that and they give you, oh no, we'll settle. And you're like, well, cool. I don't have to get another job at all. I can just retire unexpectedly or earlier than you were thinking. So the Tower is not always bad. It isn't. It just means unexpected. And as humans, our mind automatically goes to, this is going to suck because we don't like change. But this seems to be a good change, or it is going to be, a nice payout, a decent amount of money for whatever you need to fix or take care of. But like I said, Gemini, meet me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the astrological oracle. I want to see if we can get more details about that Tower card. Maybe this Five of Swords, or maybe who this is. We can maybe get a particular astrological sign for this person. So meet me over there, and I will see you back here on YouTube for your RuneScope. Thanks for watching.